Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video here on the markets, middle of the day market updates. We'll talk about everything you need to know, or at least I'll do my best. All right, I'll do my best to tell you what's going on right now, what the most likely outcome is, and just in general things you need to be looking at. All right, so we'll talk about Bitcoin, we'll talk about fundamentals, we'll talk about certain altcoins that I think are interesting as well. So a lot to talk about. The US market has opened about 15 minutes ago. Since then, I actually haven't checked it that much, but since then you can see the stock market has had a relatively positive opening. We had a move up, move down. You can see we left a bit of a gap right here, so it's quite likely that that's going to be filled, and that's in general also in line with my expectations for Bitcoin. But we'll get to that later. I mean, the stock market. And I know you're watching a crypto video, so you're thinking, why are we talking about the stock market? Well, first of all, because you should know about it. But second of all, this has been one of the main drivers of the bearish pressure we've seen. All right, so therefore, it can also be one of the main drivers indicating a bottom for crypto, or indicating or signaling some bullish momentum coming in for crypto. So we want to see this bottomed out, and at this point of time, I think that's not true. I mean, it's still very reliant on all the headlines surrounding geopolitical situations, surrounding tariffs. So this is something you'll need to be watching, and until this has bottomed, I would argue it's best to assume that Bitcoin is going to remain relatively bearish. And that's also what I said this morning, right? This morning what I said is that, it seems most likely we're heading for that monthly open right here at 84,000. That's a possibility, but I do not see enough strength to break above that, and that's still the case. I mean, if you take a look at Bitcoin right here, it's looking pretty good, and you can actually see some nice leverage coming in, although, what is this leverage? It's a lot of shorts coming in, it looks like. Could be interesting, but let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of shorts coming in right now. All right, that's quite interesting. That might actually be enough to push the price above 84,000. But what I said is that the main resistance level for Bitcoin is 84,000. If we want to break above such a strong level, that's a 0.5 fib of the move up, but it's also quite respected over the last couple of weeks. We need more than this, all right? We need more leverage momentum. We need more regular volume. And at this point of time, we don't have that. I mean, volume is even dropping down over the last 2-3 hours. So therefore, and also given the uncertainty with the stock markets, I would still argue, looking at Bitcoin, that it's most likely that from this level, well, a little bit higher, but from this level right here, we will reject back down. And the only way I can see Bitcoin at this point of time, I mean, obviously, if we get some positive news specifically for Bitcoin, we can break out. But what's going on? My audio is making some weird, well, it doesn't matter. But the only way to actually break out is if we can find some sort of a bottom with the stock markets, right? So if the S&P 500 is able to get some sort of a bullish reclaim here and some more bullish momentum, then Bitcoin can break above 84,000, and then we can easily get up to 87,000 very quickly, squeezing out all the shorts that have been opened. So you should be prepared for a breakout above 84,000. I also have a price alert there, but under the current circumstances, it's just most likely that we will not be able to break out. And just in general, talking about the crypto markets here, I mean, two things that I wanted to point out is that if you look at the total three, so that's the altcoin markets, I think that's still bearish. As you can see, that's that basically in the last couple of in the last 2 months has had bearish breakdown after bearish breakdown, and the USDT dominance, which you want this to be bearish, is also relatively bullish here. So I think the general market circumstances at this point of time to trade are not amazing. Now, are there opportunities? Of course, all right. In the Signal group, for example, we took this amazing trade on Sonic. We're still in that, but we already took profits. There's definitely opportunities like these, kind of uncorrelated to Bitcoin altcoins that can actually rally and can have some great moves. Sonic looks great, still looks very bullish right now. All right, definitely a coin to have on your watch list. And a different coin, XRP. All right, XRP is holding on fine and is actually putting in some work here from the main support level between $2.15 and $2. And even though I expect Bitcoin to retrace from this level, given the current circumstances, I would say that if that happens, that XRP will feel that. But I do think we'll be able to hold support and eventually get into our main target right here at 2.41 and 2.43. So it's not all bad. It's just that the general market, most altcoins are not doing great. But those are my thoughts on Bitcoin and XRP. Talking about some other altcoins, like I said, Cilinix is doing quite interesting, is doing something quite interesting. I think Sol Layer, or just Layer, is also interesting, but this seems to be quite manipulated. So my personal opinion is that you should short this eventually, but not right now. All right, so I'm looking at a level like 1.5, which would be filling the wick right here as an interesting level to potentially short from, or just in general to trade. So that's Layer, and I personally also thought, and I saw it this morning, it looks like Sei, or Sai, whatever you want to call it, has broken out here as well, with quite a lot of volume, so could be interesting too. Also want to keep on your watch list together with Sonic. Sei is also, it's correlated to Bitcoin, of course, everything is, but it's also a relatively low correlation compared to the bigger coins. Then outside of that, I think that's it. I mean, Super Rare has been very strong again today, but I don't really feel like talking about that. And outside of that, no, that's it. So for Bitcoin, keep your eyes on 84,000. Under these current circumstances, it's most likely we're going to retrace back down to our main support at 80 and 78,000, which I do expect to hold. And then most altcoins will be shit. Solana was quite strong as well, but Solana, the main level that it needs to break above, and that's since the US opening, the main level that it needs to break above is this level right here at 128. And until we have actually broken above that on the 4-hour time frame or so, it's not enough. But those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know on the markets for now. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments, of course. Thank you for watching. Thanks for the support. Make sure to join the Telegram and the Discord servers for free if you want some more content and just in general contact, because the YouTube comments are still filled with bots. Hope to see you there, but have a great weekend. Take care and bye.